Ever feel like you're chasing that like true sense of peace? The kind that sticks around no matter what's happening out there in the world.
Like you want to feel that harmony every day.
Exactly. Well, you've tuned in to the right place because today we're taking a deep dive into some really powerful ideas from A Course in Miracles.
Specifically, we're looking at lesson 149, which actually takes us back to chapters 137 and 138.
And we'll unpack those for you. So think of this as a fast track to understanding insights that can really change how you experience, well, everything day to day.
And these lessons, what's so cool about them is that they're super focused on two, I'd say, massively important themes. And once you really get them and would let them sink in,
Hmm.
they can actually shift your whole perspective.
For real. So what are we diving into today?
Okay, so we're going to explore this idea, this really profound idea that healing, right? It's not something you do all by yourself. It's actually deeply interconnected. We're all connected.
Whoa. Okay, I'm already intrigued. What's the second one?
This one is so empowering. It's the idea that heaven, it's not some far-off reward. It's not something you have to wait for. It's actually a decision you can make right now, like in this moment.
Okay, I love where this is going. I am so ready to unpack all of this. But just to be clear, we don't want to get stuck in theory land.
Oh, absolutely not.
We're all about making these ideas practical, like giving you real tools you can actually start using today.
Yes.
You know?
Like stuff that clicks, those aha moments, and without making you feel like you just drank from a fire hose of information, right?
100%. Okay, let's do this. Let's dive into that first big idea, this interconnectedness of healing. Where do we even begin?
The core idea here, and this is like a total game changer, is that healing, it's not this isolated battle. It's not just you against whatever you're going through. The Course suggests that when healing happens for one of us, for anyone,
Yeah.
it actually has this ripple effect. It sends out positivity that impacts everyone. It's like shared, it's a shared experience.
So, like, my healing helps you heal.
Yeah, exactly. It's like we're all in this together, whether we realize it or not. And even your own little steps, your own movement towards feeling whole, that actually contributes to everyone's well-being. You're adding to this bigger collective healing. It's pretty amazing.
It's kind of like, I don't know, it's like baking a cake. If one ingredient is off, the whole thing is messed up. But if each part is good, the whole thing is good.
Yeah, it's like that. And it's so counter to how we usually think, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
we tend to feel like we're dealing with our stuff alone.
All the time. And it's so heavy sometimes.
Totally. But this idea from the Course, it's like this huge weight lifted off your shoulders.
Yeah.
Think about it. Every time you choose forgiveness, every time you let go of anger or hurt, you're not just freeing yourself. You're actually loosening the grip of those negative feelings in, like the collective consciousness. You're making it just a tiny bit easier for everyone else to forgive too. That's the power we have.
Whoa, okay. That is powerful. So it's like we're all connected. Our thoughts and feelings are like, they're all floating around out there together, influencing each other.
Precisely. And if we connect this to like one of the big ideas in Course in Miracles, this idea of fundamental unity, it all starts to make sense.
Okay, break that down for me. What's fundamental unity?
So the Course says that all the separation we see, me and you, all these different people, it says that's actually a perception error. Like deep down at a deeper level of reality, we're all part of one big consciousness,
Yeah.
one mind.
So we're not really separate. It just seems that way.
Exactly. And if we're all connected like that, then of course our healing is connected too.
Okay, I'm with you so far.
Oh,
But
no.
how does this shared healing actually show up? Like, what does it look like in the real world?
All right, so picture this. You got a still pond, right?
Mhm.
Perfectly calm water. Then you take a pebble and drop it in. What
It's
happens?
just great.
Ripples, exactly. And those ripples, they don't just stay where the pebble landed, they spread out, right? They touch the entire surface of the pond.
So how is that like healing?
Well, it's like this. Your thoughts, your actions, and especially your healing, they create ripples in this unified consciousness. They have an effect that goes way beyond just you. It's subtle, but it's real.
Okay, give me a real world example. I need to wrap my head around this.
Okay, imagine you're holding on to a judgment about someone. You're just, feeling angry or resentful towards them.
I think we've all been there.
Right. Now imagine you decide, I'm going to let go of this judgment. I'm going to try to see this person with more compassion. That shift, that change in you, it doesn't just stay inside your head. It changes the energy you're putting out into the world. And that can lead to like a totally different interaction with that person next time you see them.
So it can actually change how you interact with them?
Yeah. Or Even then, this is wild. It can contribute to like a general shift away from judgment and towards more acceptance, in the world.
So my any shift can affect the whole world, even a little bit.
Exactly.
Hmm.
It might be subtle, but it's there. It's like adding a drop of clean water to a muddy puddle. It might not seem like much, but it's making a difference.
Whoa. Okay. So even letting go of a thought can ripple out. That's wild. What about something more intentional, like a practice, say meditation?
Yes. Perfect example. Let's say someone is really committed to their meditation practice. They're cultivating inner peace, day after day. Now, that peace, it's not just some private feeling they get when they're meditating. It can actually radiate outwards. It can change the atmosphere around them.
So other people actually feel it.
They might not even know why, but yeah, it can calm down tense situations and maybe even inspire a sense of calm in the people they're with.
So it's like transmitting good vibes.
Exactly. It's a quiet but powerful kind of energy transmission. And it all goes back to that interconnectedness. We're all affecting each other all the time, whether we realize it or not.
This is blowing my mind a little bit. So why does all this matter? Like, why should the listener care about interconnected healing?
Because it can totally change how you see your own path to well-being.
Yeah.
It can change how you relate to the people around you. Like, it shows you that you're not alone in this journey.
You're not alone.
No, and your healing, it's not just for you. It helps everyone.
Wow. That's huge.
It is. And it helps you see the people around you differently, too. Like, instead of getting annoyed when someone's having a bad day, you might feel more compassion for them, knowing that their struggle is connected to your struggle.
Yeah.
It fosters this feeling of, like, shared responsibility.
And mutual support.
Yes. Knowing we're all in this together,
Yeah.
striving for wholeness, that can make your own path feel so much less lonely. It gives it more meaning.
I love that. Okay. Deep breath in. We covered a lot of ground with that first idea. So moving on to the second one, which, as we said, sounds super empowering. Heaven as a decision. What is that all about?
It's honestly so liberating, this concept. The Course, it says that heaven isn't some distant reward, like something you get at the end of a long, hard road or after you die, right?
Yeah.
It says heaven is a state of mind. It's a way of being. And it's available right now, in this present moment.
You're saying I can experience heaven now?
Yes. And it's full of all the things we crave,
Yeah.
profound peace, unconditional love, this overflowing joy, and a deep sense of connection with everything. Oneness.
So it's not about waiting to get into some future paradise.
No, not in the traditional sense anyway. It's about accessing that state right now in your current experience. And this is where it gets really powerful. The Course is getting to this state, it's a choice. You decide.
Wait, so I have the power.
You absolutely do. It's
Sure.
not about waiting for something outside yourself to change. You don't have to be a victim of your circumstances. When you get that heaven as a decision, you realize you can choose inner peace no matter what's happening around you.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
But it's also incredibly freeing. So, okay, how do I actually do that? How do I choose heaven? Give us some examples, like real life situations.
Sure. Imagine you're in an argument with someone, right? It's getting heated. What's your usual reaction?
Oh man, probably get defensive. Try to prove I'm right. It's not pretty.
That's totally natural. But choosing heaven in that moment, that would mean like pausing, taking a breath, and choosing to respond with understanding, even if you don't agree with them.
Okay, so basically not reacting from my ego.
Yes. It's about choosing connection over being right or over winning. It's hard, but so powerful.
Okay, that's one example. What's another way I can choose heaven in everyday life?
Let's say you're feeling super anxious, worrying about the future maybe. Your mind's racing. What could you do?
Try to distract myself, maybe? Or just try to ignore it and hope it goes away?
Those are common reactions, but choosing heaven in that moment, that would mean like consciously shifting your focus, turning towards love and trust. Maybe you could think about things you're grateful for or connect with a feeling of peace inside yourself.
Okay, so it's about intentionally redirecting my attention.
Gotcha.
Any other examples?
How about this? Someone hurts you and you're holding on to resentment. It's eating you up inside.
Ugh, yeah. Been there.
Choosing heaven here, it means choosing to forgive. It doesn't mean condoning what they did or saying it was okay. It just means you're releasing the pain you're carrying. You're choosing your own peace over staying stuck in that hurt.
So it's not about them, it's about me.
Exactly. It's a gift you give yourself. And, it might even have a positive ripple effect on the other person, too. We're all connected, remember?
Wow. Okay, this is making so much sense. So it's about recognizing those moments where we have a choice in how we react. And then consciously choosing the path that leads to peace, to love, to forgiveness.
Exactly. You're not at the mercy of your emotions or circumstances. You're actively creating your own experience of heaven, one choice at a time.
This is so powerful. Okay, so how do we actually do this? Like, what are some steps the listener can take to start integrating this into their life?
The Course has some amazing exercises that can help us make this real. Let's start with one called Conscious Forgiveness.
Perfect, I'm ready.
Great. Take a moment, and if it feels good, you can close your eyes. Now bring to mind someone you're holding some resentment towards. It doesn't matter how big or small it feels. Just acknowledge the feeling without judging yourself for it.
Okay, I've got someone.
Good. Now take a nice deep breath, and as you exhale, make the choice to release that resentment. You could say to yourself, I choose to release this resentment. I choose peace. Repeat that a few times, really feeling it.
I choose to release this resentment. I choose peace.
Beautiful. Now, visualize a gentle, healing energy flowing between you and that person. It doesn't have to be a super clear image. Just a sense of connection and a feeling of letting go. It's a reminder that we're all connected. And remember, this forgiveness, it's not just for them. It's for you. It benefits you, and it adds to that collective healing we talked about.
Okay, wow, I can already feel a shift. What's another exercise we can try?
Another really helpful one is choosing peace when you're making decisions. It's about bringing that heaven consciousness into your everyday life.
Okay, I'm listening.
So think about a decision you're facing right now. It could be anything, big or small. How to approach a project at work, what to make for dinner, whatever.
Okay, I've got one.
Great. Now think about your options. And as you do, ask yourself this question. Which choice aligns with peace and love? Which path feels more harmonious?
That's a good question. I usually just think about what's the most efficient or what makes the most sense logically.
Right, and those things are important. But this exercise is about tuning into your intuition, to your heart. It's about making decisions that feel good, not just decisions that make sense on paper.
So instead of thinking, what should I do, I'm asking what feels most peaceful.
Yes. Once you've identified the option that feels most aligned with peace and love, consciously choose that path. Then just notice how you feel and notice how the situation unfolds.
It's like I'm training myself to make choices from a higher place, from a place of love.
Exactly. You're actively creating your own little piece of heaven, one decision at a time.
I love that. This has been such an insightful conversation. As we wrap up, what are the key takeaways you want everyone to remember?
The two ideas we talked about today, interconnected healing and heaven as a decision, they're deeply connected and they're so powerful. Remember, your healing journey, it's not just yours. It affects everyone.
It ripples out.
Yes, and you always have a choice in how you experience any given moment. You can choose peace, you can choose love, you can choose forgiveness, you can choose heaven.
It all comes down to being conscious, doesn't it? Being aware of our thoughts, our reactions, and choosing a path of peace and compassion. It's a daily practice.
It is. It's a commitment to showing up for yourself and for the world in a different way. And with time, you'll start to see a huge difference in your life, in your relationships, in your whole experience.
This has been incredible. So as a final thought for you to ponder, how might understanding this interconnectedness, this idea that your healing is tied to everyone else's healing, how might that change the way you approach forgiveness? How might it change your relationships?
It's a powerful question. It invites us to look at our connections with fresh eyes and to see the potential for more love and understanding in every interaction.
Beautiful. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive today. We hope these insights from A Course in Miracles give you some practical tools for creating more harmony in your life. Until next time, may you walk in peace.